Hi everyone, and thank you for being here. Today I'm going to be presenting a workplace analysis from a movie you might not expect, Chappie from 2015. It is a sci fi movie about artificial intelligence and robotics. While the film focuses on futuristic technologies, there's one particular moment from a scene titled Hostile Work Environment that hits much closer to home. It reveals deep and realistic workplace issues that we often overlook. In the scene, Dion, a talented and quiet engineer, has just created a groundbreaking AI robot. This achievement doesn't sit well with his colleague, Vincent, a former soldier and engineer who's been working on a different, more militarized robot model. When Dion arrives at work, Vincent confronts him in front of coworkers. His tone is sarcastic, his posture is aggressive, and shockingly, he even pulls a weapon from his desk in the middle of a conversation. What we're seeing is more than workplace tension. It's a perfect example of a hostile work environment. Vincent doesn't just disagree with Dion, he intimidates him. He violates his space, mocks his intelligence, and uses fear to assert dominance. While this is dramatized for film, scenes like this are based on real power dynamics people face in tech companies, offices, and competitive industries every day. This hostility isn't just uncomfortable, it's dangerous. When employees feel threatened or unsafe, they can't work at their full potential. It creates an atmosphere where silence, a survival replaces innovation and collaboration. And that's exactly what we see here. Dion tries to remain calm and walk away, but his body language shows clear distress. What fuels this tension is a struggle for power and control. Vincent is not just a coworker, he's someone used to being on charge, someone whose background is rooted in dominance and force. Seeing Dion succeed with something more peaceful and intelligent threatens that identity. So rather than adapt, Vincent attacks. It's not really about technology, it's about ego. Ego driven conflict like this is common in workplaces where recognition is scarce and competition is high. When people feel their value is being replaced or diminished, they often respond with insecurity disguised as criticism or aggression. Vincent's confrontation is a desperate attempt to protect his relevance by tearing Dion down. What's even more alarming is how the rest of the office reacts, or rather, how they don't react. No one steps in, no manager interrupts, no HR presence appears. Everyone watches silently as the situation unfolds, and that silence, it's complicity. When leadership fails to act in the face of harassment or conflict, they allow it to grow. They send the message that inappropriate behavior will be tolerated, maybe even rewarded. This absence of accountability can erode trust across an entire workplace. This one scene even hints of what's coming next: sabotage. Vincent isn't just angry, he's planning. Later in the movie, he goes on to interfere with Dion's work, causing serious consequences. And while most real world sabotage isn't as dramatic as a robot uprising, it still happens. Through withheld information, backhanded sabotage, or intentional delays. It often starts the same way, with jealousy, resentment, and unchecked power struggles. So, what can we learn in this scene? It teaches us that the culture of a workplace isn't determined just by tasks and projects, it's shaped by how people treat each other. When bullying, fear, and ego are allowed to thrive, the whole system begins to rot. But when workplaces promote open communication, emotional safety, and mutual respect, people can create incredible things together. In the end, Chappie may be a science fiction, but this scene is painfully real. It's a reminder that hostile work environments don't always involve yelling or chaos. Sometimes it's a single moment of intimidation, a cold stare, or a weapon left sitting on a desk to make a point. It's what happened when fear replaces fairness. And most importantly, it reminds us that leadership isn't about status, it's about responsibility. We need to speak up when things go wrong, support those who are targeted, and build cultures where respect isn't earned through fear but through empathy. Thank you.